Shalom, family trendsetter. Before I continue, I want to give all praises to the Most High Power. Now, I want to share a testimony with y'all briefly. For the last 3 or 4 weeks, family, I've been tested spiritually. So much so, I was ready to throw in the towel. I was ready to call it quits with our Abba, with the Most High Power. You know what I'm saying? Because I was saying to myself, man, listen, I don't know what kind of Father in heaven we're serving, allowing us to go through what we're going through on a daily basis. And I started to question the Most High. I mean, literally, like, in my quiet time, asking questions out loud, like, you know, Heavenly Father, what's going on? Why are we being persecuted? This 400 years prophecy, according to the prophecy, we're supposed to, you know, have redemption, whatever. What's up? Where is it at? You know, why are we still here? You know, and he spoke to me. He not in a voice, because I'm not a nutcase and shit. You know, he spoke to me in my spirit. You know, only Christian hear from God and shit. You know, the pastor, I got a message from God. They hear from their God, which is Gabriel, Satan, because I don't use that word God and Lord. Even I'm reading Amos 3:1-2, and I hope y'all are reading it. You know, you have the word Lord. Lord actually represents Satan, family. They have injected these words to actually substitute our God. But that's for another video. So when I asked the question, because I was like, I'm telling you, I felt very, you know, I felt defeated and shit. I was in a lot of despair. I was like, you know what, man, I don't know if I could do this anymore. And the Most High, like I said, spoke to me. He gave me an analogy. This is what he said to me, right? He said, and the analogy, I'm going to give it to you in human terms. All right. So let's say you have teenagers and you're going away for the weekend, and they ask you, hey, Dad, can I have company over while you're gone? And you know your kids, and you give them the benefit of the doubt. You say, yeah, sure, you can have company. However, no smoking, no drinking, no party. Just, you know, and you're only allowed to have 1 or 2 people over. And they're like, okay, Dad, no problem, whatever, right? So, boom, you go, you leave, you come back. When you come back, you smell, you know, marijuana in the house and shit. You go in the backyard, you see discarded beer bottles in the trash, trying to be slick and shit. And come to find out, you know, shit, put it this way, your trip was cut short, so you came home a little extra early than usual. Come there, you see people laying out in your house drunk, hangover, whatever. So you're going to be upset as a parent, right? As a father, I know me, I'm going to be upset. Now, I don't beat my kids physically. I don't lay hands on my woman or my kids. I don't do that. But I do have methods of punishing my kids. You know what I'm saying? Just my voice alone, certain, you know, privilege taken away is enough. So when you see all this shit, you pissed off, you upset. So you wake everybody, hey, everybody get up, whatever, right? And now you have everybody's attention, and you can do whatever the hell you want to do in your house, and whatever judgment, whatever punishment, because before you left, you gave them the law, statutes, and commandments, what they can and cannot do, what they're allowed to do, and what they're not allowed to do. And they agreed to it. So now, when in your absence, they disobeyed your law, statutes, and commandments. They disobeyed your house rules. So now you have everybody's attention. Now at that moment, you can punish everybody in the house for doing what they did. But are you going to punish your neighbor's kids or their kid, their friends? No, you cannot, because you know what? Those are not your kids. You didn't choose. You know what I'm saying? That's someone else's shit. Okay? So you let the neighbors know, neighbors' kids know how disappointed they are, the other nations and shit, how disappointed they are. But at the end of the day, they're irrelevant to you. So you send them off. Go, get out my house. So now you focus on your children. And whatever that punishment may be, everybody punish their kids differently. You commence to put on the judgment on their ass, the punishment, right? Because law, statutes, and commandments was broken. So it's the same analogy with us, family. The Most High gave us a law, statutes, and commandments, a dietary law. We went after the other nation, trying to please the other nation. Like, you know, let's say, for example, our neighbors and shit, we try to please them, disobeying our forefathers, you know, rules and regulations. So now the Most High is pissed because he's saying, okay, I told you, right? I am your power. This is how I want you to serve me. You went off and you start serving other gods and other nations. So now what he said, okay, since you want to serve other nation, other God, let me show you why I call y'all holy. Holy means separate. Okay, set apart. Now, he knew how wicked the other nation were and how their God, their quote unquote God were. That's why he told us to stay away from them. So he said, okay, now I'm going to turn you over to their God, right? To the other nation, just to show you why I told you to be holy, separate, set apart. So he turned us over to these wicked ass heathens and their God that don't like us, because remember, Satan is the adversary of the Most High. He's the prosecutor. He's a what they call him? The prosecutor, right? The adversary, the accuser. So once the Most High power of Yasharal of Israel, the black people, not those Jewish devils over there talking about they're God's chosen people. They are God's chosen people, and look how blessed they are because their God, Satan, is making sure he take care of his. Our power turned us over to their God. So to show you how wicked the other nations is, the Most High turned us over to them, and then they showed us this is who we are. We are not like you. Yes, some of us may have the same skin complexion, but we're not from that particular stock. Because this is how you're going to know. We're going to hang your ass. We're going to castrate you. We're going to burn you on logs. We're going to rape your women and children and your animals too. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not like y'all. So this is why, family, we on the bottom. We cannot blame the Most High power for our demise, for our situation. We caused that shit. The Most High deal with generational curse. I told y'all before. We are our ancestors, family. This is hell. The reason why we're feeling physical pain because the spiritual body and the spiritual essence, the soul and the spirit that's dwelling in this body, in order for us to fulfill, in order for this punishment to be carried out effectively, we have to be in this body, this meat suit, okay? To feel every punishment, every judgment that the Most High is bringing forth. Without this suit, this meat suit and shit, we wouldn't be feeling anything. So he had to put us in this motherfucker amongst these wicked ass heathen. Even though they may look like you. Why you think in even some of our communities, our people that look just like us are killing us, selling drugs to us? Because they look like us, but they're not from us. Not all of them are Israel, believe it or not, family. That's why it's so easy for them to take us out. I'm not saying Israel don't kill Israel, but no, for the most part, these niggas that you see selling drugs and gangbanging in our community, they're not from our stock. These are outside. These are heathen motherfuckers. Amos chapter 3, 1 and 2. Hear this word which the power, I'm not going to use the word Lord, has spoken against you. Who is you? Sons of Israel. Against the entire family, right? Which he bought from the land of Egypt. So everybody that came out of the land of Egypt under bondage, which was black folks, not white people. White people can't live in Egypt. He's talking about us. You only have I chosen amongst the family of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. This is how we know we are the Most High chosen people. We will be redeemed, but you have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments and the dietary law. Fuck all that blood sacrifice shit. That's Satan shit. He requires blood sacrifice. Just be obedient to the Most High, family. I'm telling you, it is deep. We are the Most High chosen people, and we will be redeemed from these heathen devils soon enough. And with that, family, I say peace and blessing and shalom.